It's the Monotron. A lot of people have this now. It's sick for making laser sounds particularly, so if I just... But you can also just use it to play fucking Swedish House Mafia over here.
We got a challenge for you today. A couple movie soundtracks. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I have the record for that. I have the vinyl.
Oh, there you go. And we also have Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So, do your worst.
I've been doing lately in like the last 2 videos is I'll just take like a sick song, so let's just think of something. Let's get like some J-Roo or something.
Lady gas prices like lady gas prices like lady gas prices like
I lose my sense of time when I'm doing that. Do you know how long has it been? When I first started, I was making like hip hop beats with like looped samples and like not too much going on, like rapper beats. And as I progressed and kept going, I was like, I just want to make instrumental beats. Like I was really into RJD2 and DJ Shadow and like all those people that were just instrumental producers, but they had records on their own. They had their own albums, their own sound. That's when I started posting my first like APC sets on YouTube. I started doing that, like tracks like Cartridge and Ancient. That's when I started I started getting feedback on that kind of sound, which I hadn't really done before. I found YouTube was great for getting feedback and just seeing what people think about your stuff, right? And view count's one thing, but the comments people post are always good too. So shout outs to everyone on YouTube posting dope comments, you kind of get that little bit of strength to keep going. And so, you know, back in the day it was forums, and like you post your stuff on forums and people are like, oh yeah, dude, that's sick. If you don't have that, you start questioning, like, okay, I don't want to do this. I should focus on my life or career and get a job. The old stuff I used to like Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt, and even like Jedi Mind Tricks and nonfiction, I'll still listen to that, but I'm not trying to make beats like that anymore. Like, I'd love to. Like, I like Stoop and Necro and like all those underground dudes influenced me a lot in terms of sample selection. And then I found like Flying Lotus and No Such Thing and like Sam I Am and DiBiase and all these dudes that were doing this kind of music that was, it was kind of like the Jay Dilla No Quantize thing, but it was also like you still had the cool samples, you still had the sound elements from hip hop, but you had this new kind of music. But I guess what's been pushing me more is just good songwriting in general, making cool beats, but like working with vocalists at the same time. So I'll play something that I've been kind of working on. It's called Trouble. Play this for like Zach and Dylan. They're really digging it, and everyone who I show this song to likes it for some reason. Pretty cool though.
Take a step back and just look outside. Your trouble, I can see it in your eyes.
So this girl's from Fanshawe, the school I used to go to.
Take a step back.
And like I wrote the lyrics and I made the beat. I even have a version I did with myself, and I sent it off to them, and she did the vocals on it. So like, I guess I like working with vocals now in this sort of context. Like,
take a step back and just look outside. Your trouble, I can see it in your eyes.
I don't want to play too much of the song. That song's at 140, I think, which is like dubstep tempo or like trance tempo or whatever. But it's cool to do the halftime, and don't be obnoxious with the synths or anything. Keep lots of space, and you can still have the heavy bass. You just keep it down low. I like music with space though. But I guess I'm kind of splintering off in the sense that I'm doing this instrumental, cool, Flying Lotus, like busy, cool shit, but I also want to make songs like this at the same time, where it's more universal. Pop music's kind of it's like a snowball. Like it goes down and it takes everything that's popular with it. So you have rap now in pop music, but it's not like it's hip hop. It's not rap, but people are still rapping. And so kids think it's rap. They think it's hip hop, but it's a totally different like product than what it used to be. YouTube's almost the closest thing I have to kind of putting myself out there and getting feedback. And it's a bit more like involved than like a show, because the show you can sense the energy level from people and the noise level and like, you know, and stuff like that. But on YouTube, if something gets 1 million comments in the first few hours, or if the view count is just going up much higher than anything else you've posted, then you're doing something right with that. And so yeah, it helps guide you. 3 years ago now, like that was when I really probably started gearing myself more towards instrumental, strictly like no vocals. Like I wasn't making beats for rappers anymore. And so YouTube was great in learning and finding out that yeah, this is like a viable route for me, like a sense of accomplishment or feedback. And you get that like through the internet, oddly enough, from people commenting, from your view count going up and things like that. I live just north of the city of Toronto, and like it's hard, like you don't have anyone to like talk to like up here or like learn. Like when I was first making beats, it was all on my own, like all self-taught. Like no one like sat me down and said, yeah, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like I literally just got Fruity Loops, sat in front of it, clicked a bunch of shit, went on Google, went online. Like I taught it to myself, and like you kind of have to up here. I have the sample in Ableton. I've imported it. I just dragged it in. So if I press play, it's kind of warped itself. I'm basically gonna chop it up, kind of like on a drum rack. So throw the metronome on, like just do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Quick tap tempo on the MPC. I can start laying down some. actually going to go back into the sample now because I know this is a really long sample. I'm just going to look at some other parts in the sample. That's crazy. Okay, I might want to do something different with this part. Stretch it out a bit, tune that up, play that. I don't know which keyboard to use.